What's going on, guys? If you're watching this, somebody sent this to you because they like you, trust you, or respect you on some level to just share this with you. And just so we're not strangers, my name is Tyler Sorensen. I'm 27 years young from Wisconsin, born and raised here in the Midwest, and had a very blue collar, middle class upbringing. Mom, nurse, dad fixed cars for a living. So, when it comes to a script of success, I was taught the same thing most of you probably were: go to school, get good grades, eventually go get a job, work 40, 50 hours a week for the man. And after you do that long enough, usually for 40, 50 years, you can have made enough money to retire and, be happy is kind of the script that we've been taught. And there's nothing wrong with that. When I was 20 years old, I was going to school full time, working full time, met a group of really successful entrepreneurs that were having tremendous success, making like 5 figures a week with no boss, no hours, and no degree. And they shared this information with me, kind of a lot like this. I saw a video and I got some information and I just fell in love with the whole idea of just being able to go out and get what I was worth. At first, when I saw this, I just wanted to make, some extra income. I thought, hey, what if I could make a couple extra $100 a month? For me at that time would have been pretty cool. And to make a long story short, I went all in with this industry and this business in 2016 because I saw the ability to really kind of create a life on my terms and be able to escape the rat race. I was very scared, I guess, of just having to clock in and clock out working a job that I probably wasn't excited about, feeling overworked and underpaid for 40, 50 years of my life and just eking out a living and just getting by. That wasn't really, my goals growing up. I've always wanted to be really successful, make a lot of money, have freedom and all these different things. And just to make a long story short, like I said, I went all in 2016 and I've been doing this for 6.5 years. I haven't needed to work a job now in the last 5.5 years because I've been able to make a full-time income completely from home, from my phone, whatever you want to call it. And by 25, hit my first 6-figure income, and I just never looked back. Now we're knocking on the door, well before 30 of making my first million. And I'm not saying this because I'm trying to impress you or to brag or to boast. I'm saying that because if it can work for somebody like me, it can work for literally anybody. I'm not special. I'm not smart. I'm actually a college dropout. And I'm from a town of Wisconsin where there's literally more cows than people. Okay. So you do not need to be smart or special to have success here. You just need to be coachable and teachable and follow the system. And it's not my job to sell you or to close you on anything. I'm just going to show you the information that I got a few years back that changed everything for me. And I'll let you make whatever decision that you feel is best for you. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to dive into the information and we can get rocking and rolling. So guys, the name of the company that I'm going to introduce you to is a company called I Am Mastery Academy. This company was created in 2013, and it's a digital entrepreneurship platform to teach people how to create multiple streams of income, being able to do it from home, from Wi-Fi, from your phone, whatever it might be. And before I dive into the details as far as how that works, I always like to cover this. If you've never seen this before, this is called the cash flow quadrant. I did not make this. A guy named Robert Kiyosaki did. If you've never heard of him, look him up. He wrote the #1 best-selling finance and business book of all time, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And here he's breaking down the 4 ways in the free world that all people make money. As you guys can see by the chart, 95% of the world is trading time for money. Whether you're self-employed as a small business owner or employed normally, you're trading time for money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if your goal in life is to get ahead financially and have financial freedom, it's going to be difficult to do it by trading time for money because, well, you're eventually going to run out of time. When you're trading time for money your entire life, you're always going to be in one of 3 categories. You're either going to have a lot of money and no time because you're always working. You have a lot of time and no money because you're never working. And then in some cases, you'll have no time and no money because what you're doing just isn't working. And that's always going to be the case. That's why it's called the rat race. And listen, I'm not down on this stuff. I'm just very, very up on opportunity and very up on new information. And here, guys, the whole purpose of him writing this was to teach the masses of the other side of the cash flow quadrant, where you could have both time and money freedom because you can create something called leverage, right? As a self-employed person or an employed person, your leverage is small because it's just you. The moment that you punch out of the time clock, the money stops coming in. You have to be trading time in order to increase the amount of money that you're making. So as a business owner, you're actually leveraging the time and efforts of other people so you can get paid from a system that's working for you, whether you're on the clock or not. And then as an investor, you're leveraging your money to work for you. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory. And guys, the takeaway from me sharing this with you is not the quadrant itself. It might not be news to every single one of you, but here's what stood out to me. So 5% of the population is what makes up the right side of the cash flow quadrant. But get this, they own 95% of all the money on the planet. So 95% of all the stocks, bonds, real estate, cryptocurrency, all the wealth is owned by 5% of people. So when I learned that at 20 years old, I thought what would make a lot of sense is to figure out a way in a vehicle to be able to go from the left side to the right side as early on in my life as possible, because there's just more to go around. And in layman's terms, that's what this platform is designed to do, is give people a way to teach them how to go from the left side to the right side of the quadrant. This is obviously not the only way under the sun to do that. This is just the best way that I've seen for the average person to be able to do that. When it comes to the investing side of things, like I said, this is a digital entrepreneurship academy to teach people different skill sets to how to get their money working for them and how to multiply their money in the market. So this company was originally created in 2013 by a guy named Christopher Terry. This guy was a construction worker who had been trading, kind of on the side for a few decades. I mean, at this point, he's been trading for, I believe, 4 or 5 decades, until he was able to actually become a full-time day trader. And he created this company with the vision of bringing Wall Street to Main Street to teach the average person how to multiply their money through the markets. So obviously we have these different academies that you see here. These are just the different markets that we teach people how to multiply their money. And the first one is the foreign exchange or Forex market. Some of you may or may not have ever heard of that. If you haven't, every country around the world has a currency that they operate with. Here in the US, obviously we have the dollar. Japan, they have the yen. Europe, they have the euro or the Great British Pound. And right now, one of our US dollars is worth a certain number of yen or a certain number of, Mexican pesos, for an example. That's an exchange rate between two currencies. It's actually the largest financial market on the entire planet. $7 trillion a day is pumped through that market every single day. And it's actually the market that the banks, hedge funds, and institutions, the big players, trade our money in, right? Because we give our money to the banks and they'll trade it in this market and they'll make 15, 20, 25% returns a year trading our money in the markets. And then what do? They say thank you by giving you and me a 0.001% interest rate for the year trading our money. And essentially, guys, we want to teach people how to do that for themselves. Instead of letting the banks have all the fun with our money, we want to give the average person the ability to go and do that for themselves. But obviously, Forex is not the only academy. We have an academy that teaches people how to capitalize with crypto, that entire space, whether it's building a portfolio, capitalizing on the NFT space, but also trading these coins to be able to make money, whether they go up or down. And you don't even need to own any of the coins. We have the time-based academy, which teaches people how to get in and out of the markets quickly instead of hours, days, or weeks. You can get in and out of the market in a matter of minutes. And then we have the stocks and futures academy guys to obviously teach people how to capitalize, trading stocks and futures. And just like what I said with cryptocurrency, yes, you can build a portfolio, but the coolest part about learning how to trade is this is a recession-proof skill set. And when I say that, what I mean is it doesn't matter if the markets are doing well or whether they aren't doing well, because you can benefit whether the markets go up or whether they go down. And you do not need to own the crypto. You do not need to own the stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Tesla. You don't need to own Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of that stuff. This is truly a recession-proof skill set that once you learn it, it's something that nobody can take from you. And it's not just a trading academy, because we do teach people other things as well, like building your first e-com store. We actually teach the brand new person, if you've never done drop shipping or e-commerce before, we actually help a new person create their first store in their first 72 hours. Through the ECX Academy, building out a Shopify store, drop shipping. A lot of you may have heard of that before. We teach people through the Social Media Academy how to grow a brand. So some people already have a business, maybe they're personal trainers or in the fitness space or whatever it might be. You can actually learn how to grow a brand and then monetize that via Instagram, TikTok, a podcast, your YouTube, whatever it might be. And we brought in the best of the best to teach our students when it comes to growing and monetizing a brand on social media. And then this one right here, guys, that you saw me skip over, TLX. We've all probably heard of a bucket list before, right? A list of things that you put off till you're 60, 65, 70 years old. And usually in most cases, you never end up doing these things. This is our way. This is our version of helping people live out their bucket list stuff sooner, right? So instead of waiting until you're at the end of your life, being able to do these things now. And if you're somebody that already travels a lot, or maybe you plan on traveling ever at any point in the future, you're going to save a ton of money just by being a part of the TLX platform. So over all 30,000 foot view of this platform, this is everything inside of the academy. So simply you just ask yourself, what do you want to learn about? Do you want to learn how to multiply your money in the markets? Do you want to learn how to capitalize in crypto, futures, stocks, building an e-com store, or whatever it might be, guys? You choose whatever skill it is that you want to learn. And it's 3 steps to how we take somebody from being an amateur like myself, I had never done anything like this before, to being a professional that is consistently profitable inside of the market. So step 1, you're going to go through the online academy videos themselves. So you're going to be a series of videos, probably 2 to 3 minutes a piece. And they're about 50 videos total that will take you from being an amateur that might not know anything to being somebody that is a professional that understands the lingo, the terminology. This is the, elementary education, if you will, but you'll know more than 95% of the general population when it comes to that specific skill set just by completing the videos themselves that you'll probably do in your first 24 hours. But guys, we also have something called Go Live. This is our bread and butter, if you want to call it that. But this is where you get to plug in to people that the company has hired and brought in. There's over 100 different educators now that are streaming 24 hours a day, virtually 7 days a week. And these are people that are vetted heavily, that have made 6, 7, a couple of them 8 figures inside of these markets, and you get to hop on their live stream. So instead of watching somebody live stream Fortnite or live stream doing, anything else, you get to hop on with people that have had a lot of success, and they're teaching you in real time their strategies, what they're looking for in the markets. And you can also take the exact same trades that they are taking on their Go Live sessions. And just a disclaimer, this is not a broker. This is not an investment company that trades for you. This is 100% education to teach you how to do this for yourself. The educators, the company never gets any access to your money, to your trading account. This is to teach you a skill that you'll have for the rest of your life, regardless of what's going on in the world, guys. And to kind of bring it full circle is the strategies and the scanners. And basically, guys, these are AI softwares that are scanning the different markets, whether it's stocks, commodities, gold and silver, whether it's cryptocurrencies, whatever it might be. It's scanning the market 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and calling out buys and sells for us based off of that specific strategy. And if you don't know what a strategy is, all that means is it's a way that you determine when to buy, when to sell, get in and get out of the market. So the coolest part about this, in my opinion, is just the fact that usually when you think of somebody that makes a lot of money, trading, for example, usually you think from the outside looking in, that must be somebody that stares at charts 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They lock themselves in their, room, and they don't see the light of day for 2 weeks at a time because all they're doing is trading. And guys, here you can pull open a strategy, a scanner, and find a trade in a matter of 3, 4, 5 minutes, set it on your phone, and then go live your life. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're at the gym, maybe you want to spend time with your family, and it's going to take you out of the trade when the levels get hit, even if you're not looking at the charts, guys. And if you're somebody that is like really wanting to be plugged in at a high level and not miss anything, you can actually subscribe to any of the educators, any of the strategies. And whenever there's an opportunity to get inside the market, whether you're on a session with an educator or not, you can actually have their trade ideas sent to your phone through the app that you're going to get access to. And you can go copy and paste those trades right into your trading account. And this is how we help the newest person that might know a little or nothing at all when it comes to trading be able to be profitable, right, in their first 30 days while learning this skill set along the way. Because let's be honest, it will take you a little bit of time to learn the skill set, right? And anything worthwhile is going to take you time to learn. You're not just going to be an expert or a guru right away. It'll take you maybe 90 days, right? Maybe 4 months, 5 months, whatever it might be, to learn how to really do this all by yourself if you desire to do that. But that doesn't mean we can't help the newest person plug in and start earning money in the markets while they learn how to do this at their own pace. And guys, if you know anything about the digital entrepreneurship space, whether it's buying a course from somebody on Instagram or YouTube or just the internet in general, whether it's on e-com, learning how to trade, whatever it might be, you guys already know that the average person will charge you 5, 10, 20, 30. Sometimes I've seen people charge $50,000 for a course, and all it is just some pre-recorded videos, and that's kind of it. And, like I said, our CEO, Chris Terry, he wanted to bring Wall Street to Main Street for the average person to be able to do this, not the person that has tens of thousands of dollars, to at the drop of a hat invest and buy a course, right? He wanted the average person to get access to this information. And that's actually the whole goal of this company, is to empower, enrich, and educate, the average person with these skill sets to be able to change their life financially. And, guys, what's really cool is it's not going to cost you 10 grand. It's not going to cost you 5 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand, or even $500 to get started. In order to get started in any of these academies, you just choose whatever you want to learn about, whether it's Forex, DCX, stocks and futures, whatever it might be. And you can get started, guys, for literally a couple $100s. A lot of people, what they end up doing is they say, hey, I don't want to just learn only one thing. I want to learn maybe a couple things at the same time. And you can actually do that, guys, for an extra $25. Most people do the Empowered Pack, because you're basically getting 2 academies for the price of 1. And you can choose whatever 2 academies you want. Any mix and match that you can think of, you can do it. And the coolest part is any month on an ongoing basis, you can jump around. So maybe first month you did FRX ECX, but maybe second month you want to go TBX SFX, for example, right? You can do that. and bounce around the academy, learn all these different skill sets if that's what you want to do. Yes, it's $250 recurring every month to get access to the calls, our team Discord, which you'll be invited to with the entire community, right? The academy, the go live sessions, the strategies and the scanners and the trade callouts. It is a reoccurring cost, but guys, the whole point is to make it pay for itself. And I'm not saying that just because it sounds good. That is the whole point. And we've spent the same amount of money on clothes, shoes, nights out we don't remember, significant others we're no longer with. And I mean, guys, for me, this was kind of a no-brainer because I had spent the same amount of money on a lot dumber things. And I'm like, worst case scenario, I'm going to learn a skill set that I'll have for the rest of my life. But best case scenario is I'll really learn how to do this and my life will never look the same. And that was my mindset coming in. I understand that some of you watching this might not love the idea of a monthly tuition. And if you guys want, you can actually earn a scholarship to the academy and get this whole thing for free. This isn't like a gotcha. You don't have to do this. But if you want to get a scholarship, if you know 2 people that would like to have fun, feel better, and make more money, learn these skill sets, and could get value from this, if you share this with them, it's going to be free for you. You do not need to share it with 2 people a month, 2 people a year. If you do that one time and they just stay with the company, it's going to be free for you and you're going to get access to everything that I just went over. And, like I said, it's optional, but what we found is people end up doing this naturally because when we're excited about anything as human beings, that's what we do. We talk to people about it. And if you're somebody that says, well, listen, what if I know more than just 2 people that fit that description and could get value here? You can actually, guys, create another stream of income by building an entire business around this, if that's something that you believe in. Once you get started and you see the academy, you see the value here, you see the sessions, you see the community, right? And you decide, hey, listen, I see the value here. I'm loving it. And I know a lot of people that could benefit from this. You can, guys, create another stream of income sharing this with other people. And here's how it'll look, guys. You'll become what's known as an IBO or an independent business owner. Basically, you're opening up your own franchise of I Am Mastery Academy, your own location. That you can build from wherever. And the beauty of this business compared to any other business that you can think of, usually, guys, when somebody opens a business, whether it's a franchise, a brick and mortar storefront, whatever it is, I mean, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars at a minimum to open the doors, and usually tens of thousands a month in overhead just to keep the business going. Not be profitable, just keep it going, keep the doors open, whether you make money or not. And you are fully responsible for everything that happens. In creating everything, the infrastructure, hiring and firing, the payroll, the legal work you got to do, all that stuff, right? Here, you don't have to go create an academy. It's already here. You don't have to go hire the educators. They're already here streaming every single day. You don't need to go develop the softwares and the systems. It's all here. All you have to do is share this with people, whether it's a video like this, whether it's getting them on one of the live calls that we do. You meet up at a coffee shop and you share this with them and they like what they see, whatever it is. All we're doing is talking to people about this opportunity. And we're looking for people that are looking for us. So you don't need to become some salesperson. All you need to do is just say, hey, this is what I'm doing. And if you want to do it with me, amazing. If you don't, that's all good too. But I just wanted you to know that this is what I am doing. And I wanted you to be in on it because I see the value here. And guys, you're going to have your own back office that's password protected with a website that you'll give to people when they want to get started. And everything's going to be tracked for you. And this is what it looks like. So like I said, share it with 2 people and you can get this thing for free as a customer. But if you become an IBO, from that point, the company will actually pay you for your word of mouth. So 3 people as a Platinum 150, you're making $150 a month residual income. I get it. You're not rich. You're not quitting your day job just yet, but it's an extra $150 residually for work that you were already going to do anyway. Right. And when I say residual, that means you do work once, but you get paid on that effort over and over and over again. Why? Because there's no quotas. You don't have to go get 3 people a month, a year, whatever. I mean, if you do that one time, they just stay with the company, you're just going to keep getting the check on the side of whatever you're doing inside the academy. Right. But those 3 people, they know people you don't know. And you might come in and you knock over the first few dominoes. Anything that comes through that in the weeks, months, and years to come in the future, you're going to get a piece of it. 3 grows to 12 in total. You're a Platinum 600 making $600 a month. 12 grows to 30, you're a Platinum 1000 making an extra $12,000 a year, still doing this probably very spare time on the side. And then from there, guys, sky's the limit. 30 customers to 75 in your entire organization, Platinum 2000, 2000 a month. 75 to 225, Platinum 5000, 5000 a month. Usually at this rank, the average median income in the US is like 34,000 a year. So usually a lot of people, once they get to this level of income, their residual income is higher usually than their residual bills for the average person. And you have a decision to say, hey, listen, you know what? I could actually go and do this quote unquote full time and walk away from whatever I'm doing at work if you're not in love, with your career, with your profession. And I'm not here to be down on school or jobs, guys. I'm just up on opportunity. And obviously, guys, from here, sky's the limit. Once you get to the chairman levels, you're making a six-figure, multiple six-figure, and even all the way up to a seven-figure residual income, just on the business side. And just full transparency, when I got started, or when I first saw this, I should say, I thought I just wanted to trade. I had seen somebody make what the average person in my hometown would make, in a year. I saw somebody make that, in a week from trading. And I was like, dude, I have never seen in my lifetime where I could learn a skill to ever learn how to go and make my annual income, not just in a month, but also in a week. I've just never seen that before. And I knew for me personally, like, I'm going to get good at something, right? Over the next 5, 10, 15 years, I'm going to get good at something. We all are. So I just wanted to get good at something that was actually worth getting good at. And, I thought I just wanted to trade, but once I saw how easy it was to plug into the systems, plug into the community, hop on the sessions, take the trades, go through the academy, I was like, I'm already doing this. I'm already all in on it. And if I don't share this with the people around me that like, love, and trust and respect me, then somebody will. So I know that I'm already going to do this. So I'm just going to share it with people. And if they want to do it with me, great, we'll do it together. And if they don't want to, that's all good too, but I'm already doing it. And it's really crazy what happened, because after 11 and a half months, I was able to hit the rank of Chairman 10, which by the comp plan is $10,000 a month, currently knocking on the door of Chairman 25. And it's just really, really crazy. I mean, we work with people in this team all the way up the ladder. I mean, there's people in this company right now at Chairman 750 with bonuses. That's $1 million a month in income residually, right? So, I mean, we're talking like NFL, NBA, MLB player type of incomes here, building a business and helping other people learn financial literacy, guys, because that's what we're doing here. I mean, you don't learn this in the school system growing up. It is what it is. You learn the Pythagorean theorem, the War of 1812. You don't learn how to multiply your money. You don't learn this at your family dinner table growing up. The only way you learn this stuff is you got to get around people that are already doing it so they can show you how to do it for yourself. And for me, when I saw this, I got really motivated to use this as my escape from the rat race. That's the way that I looked at it. I thought, okay, I'm either going to spend another 40, 50 years of my life doing something I'm probably not excited about. And we all know 90% of the population doesn't love what they do for work. They feel overworked and underpaid. My mentor said, hey, listen, this is a 3 to 5 year plan. This isn't a get rich quick, but it's also not a go broke slow either. 3 to 5 year plan to where if you work it like a job for 3 to 5 years, it'll pay you more than any job ever could. And it's really, really crazy. I just said, you know what? He's got the results that I want. I'm going to listen to him. And that's what I did. I went all in with this thing, and I started off doing it very spare time, just making some extra cash while working, while going to school. So you don't need to like go, all in on it right away if you don't want to. But just know this, guys, you can work full-time on your job and work part-time on your fortune until you can work full-time on your fortune. And that's exactly what I did. And, it's blessed my life in a lot of ways that I never really thought would be possible. I spent the same couple $100 to get started as everybody else. And, life looks a lot different. And, if you just want to trade, you can just trade. But if you want to also make an impact helping other people with this as well, you can do that too. And we're going to help you every single step of the way. We have an entire system and an entire community to make sure that you are successful from the very moment that you get started until the day that you get to, hit whatever goal that you set for yourself. And we're here to help you every single step along the way. And I want to be the first person to welcome you to the team, welcome you to the financial revolution, welcome you to I Mastery Academy. Guys, get back to the person that sent you this and just give them your decision. And I'm looking forward to working with each and every single one of you guys. I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is too crowded. Peace out. Let's get it. I'll talk to you guys soon.
If it doesn't have the right morals, you can leave my organization. I don't care about volume. I don't care about hitting a rank, maintaining a rank, making it seem like I'm something that I'm not. I'd rather start over to know that the foundation that my daughter will walk upon will be very, very, very different.